Ayup, and welcome to Callum's Corner, the most important stream of the year, says Nerd Nintendo. Finally, tier list. Yeah, we finally got a working tier list. Now, I've used the one from LWS. Hey, don't blame me for a long time coming. I would have done it a while ago. I would have done it a little while ago if it had a working tier list. Anyway, we're using the one from LWS because I decided if I use if dogs, I'm going to get trouble from the Filth Ferrets. I may as well use one made by the ferrets. Some more inclusions. I'm not responsible for the inclusions. They've been worked out and popped on between them. Little ferret communication. I try to avoid doing these. I restrict it to one a year, and even that I'm reluctant to do. Because I feel like it promotes donating for a start, encourages people, which I don't want to do. And it's a ranking. You're asking me to rank your disgustingness, really, aren't you? Your disgusting minds. I haven't made the list. You'll have to talk to LWS about it. I was having a look through it today, actually. I've got my stream elements open as well. Oh no. My stream elements. Let's turn that off. My stream open as well. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, where's that? My stream elements. Let's turn that off. No, that's me. Shh. My stream. Shh. Oh, that was disconcerting, wasn't it? I've got my stream elements open as well so I can search people. And look at their last few downloads to see just evidence of depravity if needed. Yeah, I mean, people have donated, so I'm going to press play, but don't put any more donos on, because this works much better as a no dono stream, so I can actually talk. Shall we start with one that we can all agree on? I think the man that's probably set the standard in terms of filter rate. Thank you. Right, we're going to start with Jessamine. I think there can be no arguments. You can broach no disputes. Jessamine sits right up there as a CONT icon. I don't like to have to swear, and I don't know why we've been labelled like this. Cunt, foot, feared, spasmoid, unknown. I would have chosen different labels. But that's goat tier. Jessamine has tortured me so many times in so many ways. So Jessamine, I think we can all agree, he sits there up at the top, doesn't he? He sits there up at the top. Shall we do it randomly? I'm not going to look at which one I'm going to pick, and then I'll stop it on it. Boom. What have I got there? SMC! SMC's a difficult one. SMC's a difficult one. I wouldn't even class him as a Filth Ferret anymore. I wouldn't class SMC as a Filth Ferret anymore, so it's quite difficult. But he's a smart lad, and he has got a history when he did dabble with it. So I put him somewhere between those two tiers. Not saying he's a spasmoid. I'll put him as feared due to my respect for him. One of the few people that I'm happy to speak to offline, not just in little chats, actually like ear to mouth. It's a very cheerful lad. So I'm going to put him as feared due to his intelligence and previous history. But I don't know, he could have been in that tier as well. Vincent! God, Vincent. So bear with me, I'm going to get on with it. Vincent! Now Vincent! God, he's like Jessamine recently. He's really upped his game. I don't think he is in Jessamine's level yet, but I think he's got to go in the one just below. Like, he is fucked. He is fucked. Almost done Jessamine levels recently. Tier list is already in the mod. Let's go. Watermelon Man. Well, Watermelon Man's quite difficult, actually. I don't think I can quite put him up at the kind of SMC levels yet, but that leaves me branding him as Spasmoid, which feels quite harsh. It's a lot of N-words, but a lot of it's spam. It's not psychological. I'm going to leave him in the Spasmoid. Millennia Blades.
Can I ask a question?
Of Miquella. Never tried to pronounce that. Melania, I think, is right in the middle of these two categories.
My wife Kate will be sacrificing our children and eating their
gives off quite a strong vibe of never having had Boom Boom though, and being quite strongly scared of women. I can't use the words that I'd like to use to describe him because I think Twitch wouldn't allow me to carry on streaming here. So I'm going to put him just below the Jessamine tier. Why would I put Fnord in the tier list? He's a vegetarian. Can't be a ferret if you're a vegetarian. GGHH is almost identical to Melania, but for so long he's been. I'm very tempted to put him as a con, actually, GGHH. Yeah. Can you not filth me when I'm still trying to make my final decision on whether he goes con or whether he goes? I think he's a con. I think he's a con. I do. I'm going to put him up there. Trouble is, what we need is the S tier, the top tier, and then we need like one tier that's just for Jessamine. Because he should sit, I feel like, there, like one more tier that's just a Jessamine tier, and then everyone else is top tier. Cons, Fox, Fears, how do you edit it? No, I'm not going to get into that. That's too complicated.
Hi, Carl. I want
to
make
Everlong.
Can I squeeze
Everlong.
nipples until milk comes out? Can
I would say very similar to SMC. The debate fully where I'm putting people. Right. Oh, edible chicken. Edible. No. Edible chicken.
Uses cannons tipped
it's again, it's. I think I fear edible chicken way more than SMC and Everlong, although maybe not quite as much as the other two who were in the tree. Now I'm going to put him there, and I'm edible chicken. I know, I give him the longevity as well of edible chicken. Yeah, Fox. Jersey Boy's not a filth ferret. Free thinker. I'm going to go Spasmoid for free thinker, not because I want to insult him, but I don't feel like I fear him. Krabs, I think for longevity, for consistency, I think Krabs has got to be in that same Fox level. We do need an extra tier. I think. Agro above. Yeah. Oh no, I've done two. Oh no, I knew I shouldn't have done this. How do I delete this one? I need to delete this one. I've messed this up. I've messed this up.
Uses cannons tipped $3.
Right, so we now have an almost Jessamine level and a Fox level, and GGHH is there. I'm almost tempted to move a couple of these up, but I think GGHH has got no. Child Charmer, you are fucked in the head. You are absolutely fucked. You are definitely fucked. I'm almost tempted to put you up to the CONT level, just because of the sheer depravity of the stuff that you say. But that describes you perfectly. You are fucked. That's exactly where you belong, that category. Right. Callum Soprano. I mean, he's been really full on recently. I'm tempted to put him up to Fox level, but he uses the N-word an awful lot. A lot of the messages are the same, so I don't think I'd put him above Field yet, but it could. Could be in that one. Yeah, Vincent could sit alongside GGH at that con level, absolutely. You put Spasmoid for Callum Soprano? No, because he's quite irritating. The sheer relentlessness of the stupid bloody Shrek stuff. Very annoying.
Callum Soprano,
I think he sits there.
Callum, can I ask a question?
Bowser? Bowser's not a ferret. I'd put him as unknown, but due to my own personal interactions with him, I can tell you he is a Spasmoid. Bowser. I don't recognise Bowser as a filth ferret, just a Spasmoid. He's just a gimp. Oh, Black Yoshi, my God. I think he's got to go con alongside GCHH. Yoshi, not just through the sheer amount of the sheer filth of donations, but he's gone off-piste and got bloody cameos and stuff before. I think Yoshi's a con. I think he's got to be a con. The Dutchman, he's been hectic at times, but he seems to have calmed down since he since he came out, basically. I'm going to put him in a feared section. Although I will say, asterisk, since he's embraced his homosexuality, he does seem to be calming down a bit. Right. And Sonny's Willie. I mean, it's just always irritating. Tempted to put him in feared because of how long he's been here. And how he's never kind of deviated from his theme. But I'm going to put him as a spasmoid because he spreads racial unrest, all these statistics and stuff, fake statistics. Although he could well have been in fears. I do worry whenever I hear his name, and always have done, but Zeus Callum. Again, I probably wouldn't have classed him as a filth ferret. He's only been filthy recently, and I think that's because I haven't made friends with him yet on the Epic Games. So I think he's just been a spasmoid. He's just acted out. I'm going to put him as spasmoid. Right, silly Skippy. Silly Skippy. I'm going to go feared. I'm going to go feared for Skippy. I do. Been around for a while. Jumps on trains. It's like a floating vault that just makes stuff hectic. I'm going to put this feared. The gaming train spotter. Not massively, not extreme filth, but it's just been at it for quite a long time. However, whenever I hear the gaming train spotter, I always think about train spotting, which makes me slightly happy. So, whilst he might have been in fear, I'm going to put him in spasmoids. Because I always think of train spotting when I hear his name. Or hers. Probably not. Callum Soprano. You're saying move him up to Fuchs. Yeah, I mean, I could be tempted to. The sheer amount of donations that he's put him on definitely puts him in that territory. A lot of it probably isn't as extreme as some people, though. A lot of it was Shrek based. I'm happy to leave him at feared at the moment. I'm happy to move him at feared at the moment, although he does a lot of annoying AI of it. He's right in the boundary. He's right in the boundary. But when I look at who's above him, I don't think he's quite... I don't fear him as much as I do these names. Mini J. You see, previously, Mini J, I would previously, up until recently, put as a spasmoid. Not massively filthy, just really, really annoying. Keeps spoiling good songs. But after he kind of defeated me in the sleep stream, I've got to put him up to feared now, I think. I do. And also by virtue of him having Mini at the beginning of his name, and he didn't just change it because of the trend, he's always been a Mini one. That kind of inspires fear as well. The gaming trade spotters are her. Wow, okay, sorry. Smith's mate. This is you at the moment. You are... One thing, you remind me of the guy I went to school with. He was called Smithy. He had curtains and he wanked. He just wanked all the time. He once told me that he ejaculated 3 times a day, but he was wanking all day long. He had holes put in his pockets and stuff to aid that. So I always think of him, and you're quite like that. You seem like a right wanker. You seem like a right one. I'm going to put you at... almost... No, I'm going to put you at Fox, I think. Although it hasn't been that long that you've been torturing me. I think you're... I'm going to put you at that level, although I could have put you at feared. I don't know. 2-3 minutes, relatively speaking. I'm going to be right back. What are you moaning about? The tier list? Don't be rude. LWS made this. LWS made this. I couldn't have made it. You probably couldn't have made it either. You should be nice. Right. Rivermead. No. Rivermead, you are a spasmoid. You've invented the word fleth. I strongly suspect you were trying to narrow down my location based on some of your questions. I'm going to put you as a spasmoid because I don't fear you. No, wrong thing. But also, I think there's some smartness there behind there. And you really seem to love the game Half-Life, which hopefully if I play it will calm you down. So, I'm going to put you as a spasmoid because you love a fleth. And one day I'm going to play Half-Life for you and hopefully you will calm down. And Smelly Bender. Smelly Bender. I don't know whether to go fucked or full on con. Hey, you know what? He's been threatening to have a... No. I don't know. I'm very tempted. I'm very tempted to go Given some of the stuff that he says to go full on con, I'm going to put him at Fox at the moment, but very, very tempted. What he's got against the Jewish people, I'm going to put him at Fox. Although I strongly suspect that he actually masturbates over posters of Hitler. So, you can easily put him in the cons. You know what, I am going to put him in there. I am going to put him at con level. He's been a con for so long. He's a con. Apache. Apache at one point was rivaling bloody Jessamine. He single-handedly, I think, changed the stream. He made it about bloody quantity rather than quality. He just spammed the same. He was the first person to really spam it again and again and again. However, he is now selling his anus as a gigolo. So I'm going to put him at the Fox level. Alright, I'm very tempted to move you up at the moment, Zeus. Mako Stick. Mako Stick is, I'm almost tempted to put him up alongside Jessamine. When the two of them were together like the bloody filthy version of the Blues Brothers, it was horrifying. I'm going to put him at con level, but he could very easily have gone alongside Jessamine. The only reason he's not is he's probably calmer more of the time. I don't know about that though, when he could have. And actually, I think he might need to go at Jessamine levels, because not only that, no, shut up, when he's not donating, he's bloody, he's making his own songs as well, like he's some kind of idiotic music producer. I'm going to put him alongside Jessamine, because even when he's not filthing me, he's producing songs and stuff. Rapping away like some kind of rapping little knobhead. I'm going to put him alongside Jessamine, I think. Although I keep looking at this now and I'm thinking Vincent, Millennia and Chewel could easily go up to the con level alongside those two.
Wow. Let me have that heard, Callum.
But I almost need like 7 or 8 levels to this. There's nuance. There's more nuance to filthing than you would have thought. Well, you almost need a bigger tier list. Right. Black Hawk, he's gone crazy. If it was done over the last 3 months, he'd be up there alongside them. Still remember, it was that Christmas time when he was just slightly calmer, just a few donations about life jackets and stuff, but he's almost at comp level now. I'm going to put him with Fox, because it's been an elevation over a fairly short period of time, but he could really be up there. Right, oh, Cammy.
Remember when I told you that my lass is 8 months pregnant?
Cammy, I mean, he's rapped. He could be up there at con. Say Goodbye to Bloody Lenny is a very annoying song.
And for anyone asking,
heavily Scottish. But if Chewer's on the Fox level, he's got to be alongside her. You put Cammy in the GOAT tier, would you?
Callum, I can't wait to get between your.
I think there's a couple of these that could move up a tier. He has been around for ages, but so's Chewer. I'm going to move
Callum is
Cammy.
one of the few trans members of the corner.
I'm tempted to move Krabs up as well, to be fair.
Decided to revoke child Chewer's trans guard. They shall now be
And then that would be like that. And then like that, I think, if we're moving up, I think we need to move them up a level.
I want to show.
But then edible chicken as well, I think. It's very different. We need more. I need more levels. I need more levels. I need more levels, I think. I need another level, like almost Jezza above Cont level. I need like a.
KFC and watermelon.
How do I do it again?
Are you calling me a nigga? No.
Below? Is that right? That needs to be like
Edgar's tip
almost.
You better have me up there high on the tier list. Joel
Right, a Pacey.
Ayup tic tac.
I think he's got to go almost
Going
Jezza.
to the pub in a few hours.
Almost, I think he could almost go in that top level. While he was active, he was
Shall be fun.
not only
Last night too.
ridiculously filthy. Yeah, I'm going to leave Pacey there, but he could be in that top tier, because not only was he filthy, not only was there bloody loads of it, he was so gleeful with it as well. I'd be working and I'd get messages from him on Discord, I'd be thinking about it all day long. Richard Adams. I think Spasmoid. I think Spasmoid level Richard Adams.
Oh my god.
There's no fear there, there's no fear at all. Eggington! Eggington, for the amount of time he's been around, he would be at field level. However, I've got to call him a spasmoid, just because of how much of a spasmoid he is. He tries to steal my life in the most pathetic way possible. He should really be in field level, but I could never be scared of Eggington. I could never be scared of Eggington. I'm going to have to put him as a spasmoid. Why would you try and steal my life? My life's not that interesting. I need a little one that's like legends. Legend of the stream. So I put people like SMC and Iggy. Oh, Rob Boss, man, God, you've been around for so long.
What do I want tomorrow? Villa win and we are fourth.
I'm almost tempted to put you in the Fox, but I'm going to put you as Feared.
I feel sick.
I dread hearing your name.
But the lack of effort
But it probably doesn't bring me out in a cold sweat like these ones.
ones.
Right, Skunk. Oh, Skunk. Skunk's an underrated one. Skunk's an underrated one.
You want Eddie's?
You could easily just say, I put him alongside Silly Skippy and Callum Soprano, but I think he's quite...
Cal. We want
I think Skunk's up there.
You want Eddie's? We are not the same, Cal.
Longevity, filth, all things considered, I think Skunk's up there. Creamy Callum. You're a funny one. You're a funny one. Your name disgusts me, the creaminess of it. However, you once asked me a question about squirrels. You mentioned red squirrels, and ever since then, I've eagerly anticipated the fact that you might ask me a decent question again. But you're a filthy blogger, and you put loads of it on your Fox. Marcus! Right, I'm going to put Marcus. He has single-handedly made a few streams absolutely awful. If he was here all the time, he'd be up at Jessamine levels. But he very rarely is. Just when he is, he's filthy. Although I always got the impression that he actually quite liked me and he was just trying to wind me up. So I'm going to put him at Feared level, because it's something to be feared. LWS. The maker, the sponsor of our stream tonight, so thank you for that. LWS previously would have been at Fox level. However, no. He has created one of those ridiculous little TikToks of me. So it goes beyond just the streams and the fact that he's been around for years trying to annoy me. He's now gone on to other platforms and he's doing it outside of the stream, so he's a cop. He could almost go Jezza as well, actually. Marky Gazebo. He's got a very classy name. He doesn't say very classy stuff. He's been around for a very long time, so he could legitimately go higher, but I'm going to put him at a Feared level. God, Sanjay Keith Adams, he's been at this for such a long time and he's reached such high levels of filth. I'm tempted to put him at Jessamine levels. It's almost Jezza or Jessamine. He's straddling the two of them. I'm going to put him at Jessamine levels because he legitimately asked me questions. And it's not like he's just spamming me with the N-word. I have to think, I have to pay attention at all times. He's in the top tier. Spaffmaster. Sporadically donates. He comes in for like a month at a time and just makes my life hell. For that, he'd be at Fox level, I'd say. But given that he was spearheading the AI revolution, I'm gonna class him as a comp. Only for the corner. Although he puts on very filthy stuff, I've always really liked. I've always felt like he works outside of the Filth Ferrets and his own man. He's been around for such a long time, he could be in the almost Jezza section. I mean, I put him as a comp just because I've always quite liked him. Shabba Dabba Doo. I'm going to put him as Fox. I'm going to put Shabba as Fox. Maybe not quite as prolific as some of the other names, but he's filthed him for a long time. He's tricked me so many times with that Transformers in Disguise song when he's not Transformers. He could go higher. He probably would go higher if it wasn't for the fact that I like him and he's one of my favourite people. I've actually spoken to him and stuff. So I don't want to call him a comp. He's a good northern lad. He's short, but he's a good lad. I'm going to put him at Fox. He probably would be in comp for the fact that I quite like him. Megalgaloose, he's an underrated one as well. He's an underrated one. Not like a spam N-words. There's originality there that puts him almost up at the comp section. But if I'm putting Shabba at Fox, I'm going to put Megalgaloose at Fox. But he could be higher. I wish we hadn't called these tiers these names. I'm just swearing away. Razlads! If Smelly Bender and Cammy and Krabs are there, then Razlad belongs right alongside them. Millennia, maybe upper level. Razlad could be high. Few people could be high. I need more sections. Sharpie.
AAO506 Turbo tipped $3.
I fear
How fucking
Sharpie.
dare you not put me in the tier list?
When he comes in,
yeah,
he
I
always meant
notice the
extra.
signs of your favoritism.
Calms down the lot recently. He's going to go in the Fox section. Mega Woody is absolutely fucked in the head. He's not almost Jezza. He's not. No, he's. I'm going to put him at that level. For a while, he was like the gentleman, but he was so dark with it, so genuinely messed up. Right, that's where we've ended up with it. That's where we've ended up with it. It's on Joss.
Hello, Cal. Hope you're good, mate.
I mean, Vincent, you're sitting alongside Smith's mate, Apache, Blackhawk, Skunk. I think you're in good company there. Although you could go higher. So many of you could go. I need more tiers. I need more tiers. Right, that's where we've landed without your influence. If I start reading the chat now, I'm gonna start doubting myself and changing it. I mean, that's where I would end the stream, but I know I've called you all cons and stuff tonight because that's the name of the tiers. But thank you. Thank you. I'm aware that even as you are being disgusting, you are also being just incredibly generous. You are amazing, and hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow.